Brought to you by WikiVidi documentaries. Victor Moses. Victor Moses is a Nigerian professional footballer who plays as a winger or wing-back on either flank for Premier League club Chelsea and the Nigerian national team. Moses began his career in the Championship with Crystal Palace, before his performances caught the eye of Wigan Athletic, where he made his Premier League debut in 2010. After 2 years, his game had improved to the extent that European champions Chelsea were interested, and he signed for them in the summer of 2012. Despite 10 goals in all competitions during his first season, he spent his second season on loan to Liverpool, his third on loan at Stoke City and his fourth on loan at West Ham United. Born in Nigeria, Moses represented England youth teams at under-16, under-17, under-19 and under-21 levels, but opted to play for Nigeria as opposed to being fully capped for England. He has gained over 20 caps for Nigeria since his debut in 2012 and has played in their winning campaign at the 2013 Africa Cup of Nations, as well as the campaign in the 2014 FIFA World Cup. Early life. Moses was born in Lagos, Nigeria, the son of a Christian pastor. When he was 11, his parents were killed. A week later, with his travel being paid for by relatives, Moses went to Britain as an asylum seeker. He attended Stanley Technical High School in South Norwood. Scouted playing football in the local Dandridge League for Cosmos 90 FC, Crystal Palace approached him. With the club Selhurst Park Stadium just streets away from his school offered a place in the Eagles Academy, Palace recommended him to the fee-paying Whitgift School in Croydon, where former Arsenal and Chelsea star Colin Pates was coaching the school football team. Moses first came to prominence at 14 after scoring 50 goals for Palace's under-14 side. Playing for 3 years at both Whitgift and Palace, Moses scored over 100 goals as well as helping Whitgift win many school cups, including a National Cup, where Moses scored all 5 goals in the final against Healing School of Grimsby at the Walkers Stadium, Leicester. Crystal Palace. Moses made his first team debut for Palace at the age of 16 on 6 November 2007 in a 1-1 draw with Cardiff City in the Championship. He kept his place in the side thereafter and scored his first senior goal on 12 March 2008 in a 1-1 draw with West Bromwich Albion. In total, Moses played 16 times in 2007-08 as Palace reached the Championship playoffs, where they lost out to Bristol City. At the end of the season, he signed a new contract at Selhurst Park, much to delight of manager Neil Warnock, who stated, "Victor signing is a huge coup for the club. I've told Victor he could go as high as he wants. He's improving every day, and I am delighted that he has signed this deal as he is a player who will go from strength to strength." Moses scored twice in 32 appearances in 2008-09 as Palace had a disappointing campaign, finishing in 15th position. In 2009-10, Moses went on a run of 6 goals in 8 matches, but Palace was suffering huge financial problems, and the club went into administration in January 2010. Wigan Athletic. On the final day of January 2010, he completed a £2.5 million transfer to Premier League side Wigan Athletic after Palace went into administration. He made his debut on 6 February 2010 as a substitute against Sunderland in a 1-1 draw. On 20 March 2010, Moses came on as a substitute against Burnley and got his first assist for the club, setting up Hugo Rodallega for an injury time winner. He scored his first goal for Wigan on 3 May 2010 against Hull City. Moses picked up 2 injuries at the start of the 2010-11 season, and found it difficult to make it back into the first team due to increased competition for places. He scored his first league goal of the season on 13 November 2010 in a 1-0 win against West Bromwich Albion. Following the departure of winger Charles Nzogbia, Moses became a regular starter for Wigan in the 2011-12 season. On 10 December 2011, he scored his first goal of the season against West Brom, his first goal since scoring against the same team last season. 2012-13 season. On 23 August 2012, Wigan accepted a 5th bid from Chelsea after they finally met Wigan's asking price after 4 previously unsuccessful bids. the player was given permission to speak with Chelsea. On the 24th of August, Chelsea announced that the transfer of Moses had been completed. Moses played his first game for Chelsea when he appeared as a substitute against West London rivals Queen's Park Rangers on the 15th of September. Moses made his full debut for Chelsea when he started the League Cup game against Wolverhampton Wanderers, and scored his first goal after 71 minutes in a game that finished 6-0 to the Blues. Moses started his first Champions League game against Nordsjælland. On the 31st of October, Moses was named man of the match against Manchester United in the League Cup, a game Chelsea won 5-4. On the 3rd of November 2012, Moses scored his first Premier League goal for Chelsea in the match against Swansea City, which ended in a 1-1 draw. 4 days later, he scored his first Champions League goal for Chelsea against Shakhtar Donetsk. Moses replaced Oscar in the 79th minute and went on to head in Juan Mata's corner with seconds left to secure a 3-2 win. On the 5th of January 2013, Moses opened his scoring tally for the year with a powerful drive into the bottom corner whilst playing in the FA Cup third round against Southampton, as Chelsea came from 1-0 behind to beat the Saints 1-5. Moses scored his first Europa League goal for Chelsea in a 3-1 home win against Trupan Kazan, and then his second in the reverse fixture a week later. He continued his fine form in the competition by scoring his side's first goal in the 1-2 away win at Basel on the 25th of April. He also scored in the reverse match against Basel when the Blues won 3-1 at home and secured their participation in the Europa League final, a match in which Moses did not feature, but the Blues nonetheless won 2-1 against Benfica in Amsterdam on the 15th of May. 2013-14 season, loan to Liverpool. On the 2nd of September 2013, Moses signed for Liverpool on a season-long loan deal. He scored on his debut on the 16th of September against Swansea City in a 2-2 draw. On the 25th of January 2014, he scored the first goal of a 2-0 victory against Bournemouth in the fourth round of the FA Cup. Due to the form of Raheem Sterling, during the 2013-14 season, Moses found opportunities hard to come by under Brendan Rodgers, playing 22 games of which only 9 were starts. 2014-15 season, loan to Stoke City. On the 16th of August 2014, Moses joined Stoke City on loan for the 2014-15 season. He made his Premier League debut for Stoke City on the 30th of August in a 1-0 win away at Manchester City. In Stoke's 1-0 win over Newcastle United on the 29th of September, Moses provided the assist for the lone goal scored by Peter Crouch and was voted man of the match for his performance. On the 19th of October, in a 2-1 win against Swansea City, Moses won a penalty after going down under a challenge from Angel Rangel. After the match, Swansea manager Gary Monk claimed that Moses dived. Match of the Day 2 pundit John Hartson also claimed Moses had cheated, but later apologized to Moses for his comments. Moses scored his first goal for Stoke on the 1st of November in a 2-2 draw with West Ham United. He suffered a thigh injury against Burnley on the 22nd of November which ruled him out for 8 weeks. On the 17th of January 2015, Moses returned to the starting lineup against Leicester City, which ended in a 1-0 win for Stoke. On the 21st of February, Moses scored a 90th-minute penalty to earn Stoke a 2-1 victory over Midlands rivals Aston Villa at Villa Park. He also scored in a 2-0 victory over Everton on the 4th of March, with Andre Schürrle and Mohamed Salah leaving on a permanent basis and on loan, respectively. It was announced that Chelsea manager Jose Mourinho attempted to recall Moses back from Stoke mid-season, only for the winger to reject the move back. Moses suffered a hamstring injury whilst playing against West Ham on the 11th of April, which ruled him out for the rest of the season. 2015-16 season, loan to West Ham United. After a successful season on loan with Stoke, Moses returned to the Blues and made appearances in all 4 of the pre-season games and scored once. Against Paris Saint-Germain FC, Moses made his first competitive appearance since the return on the 2nd of August 2015 against Arsenal for the Community Shield when he replaced John Terry in the 82nd minute. The match ended with Chelsea losing 1-0. Moses was also included on the bench during the first game of the season against Swansea City, although he did not make an appearance as Chelsea drew 2-2. On the 1st of September 2015, Moses joined West Ham United on a season-long loan. Before joining West Ham United on loan, Moses signed a new 4-year contract, which will keep him at Chelsea until 2019. Moses made his West Ham debut on the 14th of September in a 2-0 home win against Newcastle United, where he was named man of the match. In his second game, on the 19th of September away against Manchester City, Moses scored his only West Ham goal, in a 1-2 win. On the 5th of December, during the match against Manchester United, Moses suffered a hamstring injury that ruled him out until February. In April, it was revealed that the loan deal also had an option to make the move permanent at the end of the season, but West Ham decided to turn down the option. 2016-17 season, returned to Chelsea. After impressing new manager Antonio Conte during pre-season, Moses was included in the first-team squad. On the 15th of August 2016, Moses played his first league game for Chelsea in 3 years, coming off the bench for Eden Hazard against West Ham United in a 2-1 win. On the 23rd of August, Moses made his first start and scored his first goal since his return. In the second round of the EFL Cup against Bristol Rovers in a 3-2 victory, after back-to-back league defeats, Conte converted into a 3-4-3 formation with Moses playing as a right-sided wing-back in the following match against Hull City. His performance as a wing-back helped Chelsea to a 2-0 victory and also earned him the man of the match. On the 15th of October 2016, Moses scored his second league goal of the season against Leicester City in a 3-0 home win. On the 26th of November 2016, Moses scored the winner in a 2-1 victory against Tottenham Hotspur and was named the man of the match. Moses played 40 games in all competitions for Chelsea in the 2016-17 season, scoring 4 goals. With Chelsea winning the Premier League title, Moses became the Nigerian player with the most Premier League appearances for a title-winning team. On the 27th of May 2017, he played in the 2017 FA Cup final against Arsenal, which Chelsea lost 2-1. Having been booked for a foul on Danny Welbeck, he was given a second booking, resulting in a red card, after diving in the penalty area. He became the 5th player to be sent off in an FA Cup final. U16 and U17 level. Despite originally hailing from Lagos, Nigeria, Moses initially chose to represent his adopted home of England, featuring for the under-16 team, in which he won the Victory Shield in 2005, and under-17 level. He travelled with the squad to the 2007 UEFA European U17 Championship in Belgium, scoring 3 times to help John Peacock's side to the competition final, where they were narrowly beaten by a single goal by Spain, though Moses managed to finish as the competition's top scorer and collect the Golden Boot for doing so. That same summer, the squad travelled to South Korea for the FIFA U17 World Cup. Moses finished as the Young Lions' top scorer, netting 3 times in the Group B fixtures, but sustained an injury in the victory over Brazil that ruled him out of the competition. Moses' teammates went on to reach the quarter-final stage. U19s. Following that tournament, Moses was promoted to the under-18 squad, and following his goal-scoring exploits for Crystal Palace's first team, he was promoted to the under-19 side without appearing sufficiently for the U18s to actually collect a cap. He went with the U19s to the 2008 UEFA European U19 Championship in the Czech Republic, playing 2 matches and picking up 1 assist as the Young Lions failed to make it out of Group B. Speculation grew as manager Stuart Pearce snubbed him that Moses would return to play for Nigeria in the 2010 FIFA World Cup. This move never materialized. Nigeria. Moses was selected to play for Nigeria against Guatemala in February 2011, but the friendly was cancelled. He then accepted a call-up in March 2011 for Nigeria's games against Ethiopia and Kenya. However, he was ruled out of those games because his application to FIFA to switch nationalities was not received in time. It was announced on the 1st of November 2011 that FIFA had cleared both Moses and Shola Amiobi to play for Nigeria. Moses was called up to Nigeria's 23-man squad for the 2013 Africa Cup of Nations, scoring 2 penalties in their final group stage game against Ethiopia, which Nigeria needed to win to go through. For the second, Ethiopian goalkeeper Saizi Bancha was given his second booking in the events leading to the penalty and was sent off. Ethiopia had already used all 3 substitutes, so their holding midfielder went in goal and missed Moses' penalty. The game ended 2-0. Nigeria went on to win the tournament, their 3rd such title. Moses started in the final and played the entire game. Moses was selected for Nigeria's squad for the 2014 FIFA World Cup and started in their opening group match and the round of 16 match against France as they lost 2-0. Upon Gernot Rohr's assumption as Nigeria's head coach in August 2016, Moses featured regularly in the FIFA 2018 qualifying matches. Moses scored a brace for Nigeria during a FIFA 2018 qualifying match against Algeria in November 2016, helping them secure a 3-1 victory. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?